Hello everybody, Justin here for another VET update. I hope you guys are having a great day or a great night. And before jumping to the charts, don't forget to smash the like button, share with your friends, subscribe as well. Don't forget, we are exchanging my knowledge for a time. Both are precious and together we grow. Let's go. So you guys know the drill. I will start with the chart from Coin Paprika, and then I will jump into the one provided by calculated by TradingView for Binance. Okay, just a second. Okay, so as you guys know the drill, I can use my Fibonacci setup here. So I'm going to make it on freehand. And first things first, let's take a look on volume. Also for OBV, just a second. Hold your hats and cool your jets. So as you guys can see, we have a huge bullish divergence. Give me the black, please. Yes. So that's a big bullish divergence. But again, remember what I said about other coins with bullish divergence as well. It's not because we have a bullish divergence that price has to skyrocket. Okay, that's not how it works. It's like a precursor. It's like something big before an event. Okay, so we know we are still under accumulation phase, which is no news. And just a second. So here we have the ranging volume. But remember, this is the weekly chart and we are at the end of the week. Okay, which means the next one may not have follow through. Okay, and I'm going to explain why. Just a second. Let me see how I can work this chart. Just a second. Okay. So our key level for this range here is, just a second. Oops. There's another zero. Hold on. Just 1 second. Yes, so this is the key level that we have to look out for. That's the one that it's the big deal for this whole range here. Okay, actually not across 5, but let's highlight 5 as well. Just a second. Okay, perfect. And below, let's just add another one, just for the sake of the example that I showed before in the previous update. Yes, so this is the big guys that we have to watch out for. Okay, 3, 5, and 8. Okay, now let's go. So first things first, let's take a look on the previous levels. I'm going to use the dotted line. Hold on. So the ones here that I am highlighting, it's the previous highs. As you guys can see, the bulls, just a second. So the bulls made their point here. Okay, we have a higher high compared with the previous one, and it is not necessary to keep going to be bullish. Okay, it means it can be a trigger for later bullish continuation. Okay, that's what this is about. That's what the reason why it matters for now. Okay, because we know parabolic moves won't end well at all. Okay, So don't wait for parabolic moves, not at least for now. We are looking for them, but not now. Okay. So right now I'm going to measure the Fibonacci for this range, and then I'm going to show you where the trap is for the bulls. So it means they will need a lot of higher firepower to beat this level. Just 1 second. So this candle here is not complete yet, okay? We still have another day, so I'm going from body to wick here, just for the sake of this example. Just a second. Let's make the line fat. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, so what I'm doing here, it's a Fibonacci setup, okay? As you guys know, I can use my Fibonacci setup here on Coin Paprika, so I have to do it on freehand. Just a second. Okay, so now let's do it in a way you guys can see it. Okay, so the idea is to measure this whole move right here, right? And so this is a 100% retrace, okay? And the bulls made it, as you guys can see, they made 100%, and now, right now, we're trading below 120%, okay? And what do we have in this range? Just a second. Let's make the line in red and large. Yes, perfect. So as you guys can see right now, I'm not going to call this. Just a second. So I'm not going to call this line here as a support, because as you guys can see, this is a bearish candle, okay, all the way bearish, which means we made the point compared with the previous one, that was this guy here, and we end up with a higher high, which is amazing, it's incredible. But the problem is, like I said before, it's already overextended. Yes, it's bullish, it's amazing, it's great news, but what we don't want is a straight move up, not for now, okay? Have this in mind, because a straight push for now, it's going to consume a lot of resources and time, and which will later we will need much more firepower to keep printing new highs. So let's make it step by step. First step, rest off, second step, and then we go. It's much more health, it's more predictable, so it's better for everybody, okay? And so as you guys can see, the red line, it's the 50% price average for this range right here, this guy and this guy here. And so this range here, what this range will become, we have a strong resistance which was pierced and made a point, and just below we have what? A support. So this is a support, and this whole region here, it's a resistance. And so what we have here, we have the range for bull trap, which will catch who? The late bulls, young bulls, FOMO guys, moon folks, Lambo folks, all these kind of people can end up in a bull trap on this range, okay? But it's also true, but unlikely, that a small retrace and then again bullish continuation. The problem with this kind of move, it's the range for the ones who bought all the way below. It's too close for them to take profits, because we have to presume that someone out there is going to buy a resistance, and this is going to, it must be a lot of purchase power. So it's presuming that some wealth dude is going to long resistance levels, which is not compatible with smart money behavior. So it's the problem when kids think like this. Well, I'm not going to buy, but I will wait for someone to buy, and then I'll make money. Because the idea for everybody who is buying here, they are expecting someone to keep buying so they can make money. This is the idea. You guys know how this works. And so this is the, like we say, it's the game of pigs, not the game of thrones, but the game of pigs. When some folks believe they are smarter than the big folks, and that's not how it works. It doesn't end well as well. Okay, so let me clean this chart. Just 1 second. Hold your heads, cool your jets. Hold on. Okay, so now let's jump into the daily chart. Okay, so here we have the bad guy. Let me use the proper lines here, just a second. Okay, so this is the bad candle. And as you guys can see, it was a marginal higher high, which is the dotted line, compared with the previous one, which is, it's bullish, but it's like to mark the territory, okay, for later bullish continuation. And then so we had this bad candle here, which is very bearish, somewhat a shooting star. And then we had some buyers, probably people buying on FOMO. And right now we have a 40% shadow, which is not a big deal yet, but can move to 50, and it's going to be all the way bad. Okay, so that's not the best scenario. And as you guys can see, after this range here, we had no place to pay off the bears without bullish, so we can continue going up. And this is a problem, because we are always looking for health moves to keep going up, and that's not the case for this scenario right here. Okay, so it can be a problem. I'm not saying it is, but it can be. Okay, and now let's jump into the other chart. As you guys can see, we have a difference here. Just a second. Let's address the respective levels as well. Hold on. Yes, let's go. Okay, so here I can properly use my Fibonacci setup. Just a second, let me show you. So yeah, let's go from body to body. Okay, so just like I said that we had a retrace, and actually it was way aggressive. I believe it's below 160 and 140. Okay, but yeah, so not a big deal. And so now let's take a look on the levels in between. Okay, because let's take a look here on the left before we continue. As you guys can see, this range right here, it's a very strong level, and very significant. Okay, and as you guys can see also here, rejection, double rejection, huge rejection, double rejection, big rejection, and now we have to wait for this candle to close. And some people say that for example, well, if we close the weekly above, it's bullish. So no, it's not bullish. Just like I told you, that's not enough range for people to take out their profits. Okay, so this can be a very, very dangerous place. Okay, have this in mind as well. And let's take a look here for OBV. Yeah, so OBV, it's fantastic. Let's take a look on volume. Yeah, so let's address the previous levels. Just a second. So here we have a difference comparing the previous highs. Okay, but we are going for this one here. Yes, and so we have the point made for this guy, higher high, but not against the previous one. Okay, but it's not bad. It's not bad, and it's not amazing, but it's you know, it's bullish. It's okay. So now let's jump into the 3 days. Okay, so this as you guys can see, they used the previous range. So this is the behavior of support and resistance traders. This empty wick here, when we had the first sell attempt and they bought. And right now, this candle right here, as you guys can see, we have just a second. Yes, we have 50% plus rejection, which is bearish. Okay, it's bad, it's not bullish. And also, yes, it's a bearish spinning top so far, which is not the best candle for this range. Let's jump into the daily. Okay, so here we have the instruction that I always mention: the bottom, the bottom of midway, and our high. It is true that we don't know how much higher this wave here can go, but like I said, it's parabolic already, and as you guys can see, we had no proper place for corrections, which is a problem, because once they find weakness on Bitcoin, for example, the whole market can go down, and then everybody will look to take their profits at the same time. Okay, so this can be a problem. And just another thing, let me go back to the 3 days. No, let's go to the weekly. If I'm not wrong, in the previous video, I mentioned a scenario that would be way better to stop here and let the bears take their profits and do their move. So we would end up with a possible inverted head and shoulder scenario, which would be amazing, would be great. But it looks like this move here was driven by FOMO, and FOMO always went in the not in the best way. Okay, so can be a problem. Another range that we may look for, I don't know if it will be possible to have another, no, so a possibility for the inverted head and shoulders, I believe it's gone. Okay, but yes, the levels that we may look for, if when, I believe it's when, not if, the retrace comes, is going to be around 5. So it's a very strong level for VET, okay, 0005. And even a aggressive move, we can look for this level right here. Just a second. I like the numbers straight. Hold on. Yes, so even for a way aggressive move, 003, 86, 556 can be uh, the last uh, the last bear attempt, and also as you guys can see, it's going to be a higher low, which is going to be the game changer. Let me draw here. So something like this. Okay, so this is not about making the point for the lines, okay? It's just to show you the lower lows. Just for the sake of this example, I am addressing this one here. But as you guys can see, this is can be the behavior for a bottom structure. And what follows? This can be the scenario that we are looking for the long run. Excuse me. So something like this, for example, for the long run. Okay. I'm not making any calls here. If I'm not wrong, I made a forecast before. If I didn't, you guys can type in the comments, and I will check it, and we can make a forecast for that as well. But I believe I made it back in the day. So now let's take a look on the 4 hours. So this structure right here, just a second. I will do better. Just a second. Okay, clean chart, much better to work. Let's go. Hold your heads. So let me see. Yes, just a second. Yes, we have another one, but it's a marginal one, so not a big deal. It's probably going to break soon. So as you guys can see, uh, this is the typical behavior when the buyers and the sellers are in indecision. Okay, that's about the candle that we saw in the higher time frame. That was the bearish spinning top that I showed you. So this is the bearish spinning top indecision candle, and this kind of behavior right here, like a dome, I don't like it. In my opinion, it's bearish. Okay, it's not the scenario that we are looking for. And also, this move right here, just for you guys to have a better understanding, just a second. Again, if you don't know how to properly use Fibonacci, don't try to copy what I'm doing here, okay? Because the Fibonacci setups, they are changing all the time, okay? They are measuring, in this case I'm measuring momentum, which is for only like a few hours or maybe one day or two, okay? If you stick to the same setup, you will end up wrong. So let me take out these lines. Okay, so as you guys can see, we didn't make it to the 780, which is bearish. If we were looking, if we had more firepower, we would make a close lower high, which would be bullish for later continuation. but it's not the case. And right now, again, we didn't make to the 780. We end up rejected on the golden, which is bad. And right now we are trading below the average price for this range only, which is also bearish. Okay, so the chances for the another strike here are high. Okay, and if they keep going with this kind of behavior, we will end up with our high, lower high, another lower high, very close bottom in a dome shape, which is bearish. Okay, so yeah, even if we close here above the 50, it's still a lower high, it's still bearish. And the bulls will need more time to develop the ray and much more firepower. And then as far as we keep going, the bears will still in control. So it's the kind of scenario that the bears don't have to do anything. They just have to sit and watch. And while the bulls keep working, spending money, spending momentum, time, and etc. So it's not bullish at all. Just a second. Let's jump into the hourly. There is another issue here. As you guys can see, we only have a few candles that are organic candles. Almost all the candles are bots activity. Okay, so this is not the best scenario, because if it is bullish, if people are interested, people are buying, we shouldn't have bot activity all the time, or like 90%, 95%. The average bot activity is around 95%. Okay, so it's somewhat a red flag in the short time frame. Okay, not in the bigger picture of things. Not much to see here. Just a second. Let's jump into the 30 minutes. Just a second. Okay, so as you guys can see, we are still trading below the 50, which is bearish. And also this pattern right here, yes, so this behavior right here, don't take my word for it, open your Bitcoin chart and you will see it. This was when Bitcoin was at around 9,900, and then we had that big sell-off on Bitcoin. Bitcoin printed a very strong buyback, and this pattern right here, it's the one that we had for Bitcoin, exactly the same. Okay, and it's not a triple top, but it's bearish because we have a lower high in the between. And we had a strong sell for Bitcoin, and then in that scenario, this guy here, it's a higher low, I mean lower low, compared with this one. That managed to stay above, but it's not only about buying important levels, it's about continuation. If there is no continuation, they can keep buying all the strong levels they want. The bears will keep stomping non-stop. Every sign of weakness they will kick in. Let's take a quick look on the 15. Okay, let me see. So again, this kind of move it's not enough for bullish continuation. Okay, like I said, we needed a stronger move, a lower high. Okay, uh, and so as you guys can see, we're still printing lower highs in a sideways manner, which is bearish. Okay, and all this buyers activity here, it's aside from the bots, it's support and resistance traders. Okay, you guys know my opinion about it, and yeah, so very likely to fall to 009 2075 for later bearish continuation. Okay, so this is my perspective. It is true that things can change, and as you guys saw, we had a bearish continuation setup similar to this one for the Digibyte, and Digibyte broke bullish. Why? Because had the news from Coinbase. So external forces can change everything at any time, but still, I don't believe it's going too much further. Soon people will take profits. It's not going to go up forever. Okay, so guys, this is my 50 cents. Remember, always do your research. Always check your numbers. And yeah, let me take a quick look on the chat. Just a second. So, Future Boy, hello, my friend. Yes, thanks. John, I'm not a master at all. I'm just average guy. Adrian, hello, everybody. Hello. XRP, bigger stash. Let's go. VET, VTHOOC. Douglas Marks, let's go. Yes. Ziggy, hello, my friend. Sabai, gracias, my friend. John Ripple, hello, my friend. How are you doing? Froth Daddy, yo, how are you doing? R Butler, new live stream, woohoo! Wicked and Scared, we are 46 students. Press like. Yes, folks, press the like button, smash it, blast the button. Abdul, hello, Abdul. The OBV, how useful is it as an indicator to get in or get out? No. Excuse me. As you guys know, I don't use RSI, MACD, stochastic moving average, exponential moving average, because they are not meant for a day trade, or I mean a trading setup perspective. So what your question is telling me that you are looking for something to tell you where to buy, when to buy, and when to sell. And this, my friend, don't get me wrong, I mean no disrespect at all, but this is like you are looking for the Holy Grail, you know? You are looking for something that can work your money for you, something that can stay ahead and say, okay, it's time to sell, I'm going to sell. No, it's not going to happen. That's not how it works. Nor RSI, MACD, stochastic. People who are using the RSI, MACD, or stochastic for Palladium or even Bitcoin, they sold and saw the price keep going up all the way long. Okay, so it's a loser strategy to use such tools for the trading setup. Not a big deal at all. And there is, trust me, I tried in the past. I tried each single one. All of them, it's a loser's end, loser strategy. Doesn't work at all. And I challenge anyone who say I'm wrong about it. Okay? So the big thing is, or you understand a price behavior, the market, and etc., or you don't understand. If you want to understand, you must research, study, and move on. That's how it works. There is no easy way to do it. There is none. It's impossible. I am trading for about 3 years. 3 years. I took more than 1 year to realize there is no such thing out there. That is only hard work, nothing else. Black Peter, wishful thinking. You won't have a chance to buy VET at such a low level. Not selling my million VET, just hold. Well, that's a strategy, but it's the kind of thing. You have a million VET, but people who are on cash, they can have 2 or 3 million VET. That's how the whales do. That's how the smart money do. And when you tell people to hold, you also hold a strong responsibility, because they are going to see things that they not like, or we may have regulations that create problems for some tokens that we know it's going to happen. A lot of tokens are going to have issues. So every time you say to people, hold or buy or sell, be aware of the responsibility you have in your hands. Be aware. XRP, bigger stash, smash the like button. Yes, please. Bart, when looking at VET BTC, it looks different in my opinion. Yes, because when you buy VET against Bitcoin, you are presuming, you are betting against Bitcoin. That's the fact. If you buy VET, you presume Bitcoin is going down. But if Bitcoin goes up, VET will go down. That's how it works, okay? Because, again, it's not the correlation. So, for example, VET against BTC. The BTC pair is not a way to see the price of VET reflected on Bitcoin. It's not like this. It's not how it works. It's you are trading against a pair. And when one win, the other lose. When one lose, the other one win. So if right now Bitcoin drop like, let's say, $500, $1,000, VET is going up against BTC, but the price in dollar will remain the same. It's just a reflection and adjustment of price. So it's like an illusion, because people are chasing such things for a long time. Oh, I'm going to increase my position, and they are always in the upper bracket because they are buying VET against Bitcoin. Bitcoin is bullish and is stomping all the other coins on this pair. It's like Bitcoin against the dollar. Most people believe it's only the reflection of the BTC price in dollar. That is not true. That's not how it works. It's Bitcoin against the US dollar. If the US dollar is strong, Bitcoin will be weak. And that's how we work in the Champions Club. We have a schedule, and we are on top of it. We are doing great. Okay, so moving forward, weaker and scary. BTC 7K to 66 and 61% sell off on all alts for sure. Ready to buy the dip. Well, that's a expected scenario. That's not exactly what's going to happen. Okay, have this in mind as well. Don't trust things that you can see. You will end up in anxiety and you may be in troubles, especially if you're trying to buy or long. Again, it's like making a strategy on top of some things that are not there. So it's like this: you are planning to buy a house, not to buy a house, to construct, to craft, to build a house, but you don't have the land to do it. So it's can be an issue, you know, with measure and the how much money you're going to need and etc. The budget. Future Boy, thank you, bro. You're welcome. Rough Hurricane, hi, my friend. Thank you for the TA. You are very welcome. Johnny Gree, thanks. You're very welcome, buddy. Say Smith, you're welcome. Carl, you're welcome, Carl. Thank you, my friend from Poland. You are very welcome. Say hello to people on Poland. Vincent Haley, thanks for great analysis. You're very welcome, my friend. Bart, what are your thoughts about VPVR? The VPVR, it's amazing too. It's great. But the only thing that I don't like about it, if you don't change your screen, it's there your screen, right? And you use the VPR, he will highlight the levels. But if you move your screen, you readjust the chart, he's going to change the levels. So this is an issue for me. okay? Because if it's not 100%, I can rely on it for more clues, not to make my technical analysis and my trading setup. Like I said, your technical analysis is based on your knowledge, okay? And your trading setup is based on top of math. So when you mix both, the magic happens. If you rely on such things to make your decisions, you end up in a bad spot, okay? So always look at such things for small clues. Otherwise, it can be a big problem. He's looking for fairies to tell him when to buy or sell. Yes, but he's not like he's not like a bad guy trying to figure out something in the easy way. Maybe he's just out of time, okay? And again, if you want to go deep into technical analysis, if you want to understand, if you want to be profitable, if you want to join the 8% club, you have to study a lot. You have to do a lot of the research. You have to chart a lot. And believe me, I produce like 15, 20, 25 charts daily, which is a lot of things. So it's stocks, Forex, a lot of crypto, and a few for Forex. It's only Dow Jones, Amazon, and Tesla. But you have to produce something, and you have to understand. You have to to get together with your things to keep going. Otherwise, we'll be stuck in the midway. Abdul, thank you for honestly. I like it. Great. You're very welcome, Abdul. I know what you are feeling, and I can understand what you are trying to find, because I also tried it in the past. So I can understand you, what you are struggling with. Bart, if indicators are only good to confirm what you see in the charts, I think indicators, it's for example, some people can look at the RSI and say, well, it's oversold, I'm going to sell, and then price keep going up, especially on Forex. That's how it works. So it's I don't rely on such things. Just a second. Sorry, I don't rely on such things because they don't work. Okay, for you guys to have an idea, even the bots, the top bots, they don't use such things. They don't. So it's a dead end. It's a way to end up in a bad spot, to rely on something that will leave you behind and not forward. Okay, for example, I see kids on Twitter like Lud. He look at the stochastic, and the stochastic is going up, and he say, well, it's bullish. Whoa, no, it's not bullish. It's just showing what we had. That was a move upward. That's it, nothing else. It doesn't mean it will keep going up. So it's like people are wrong 95% of the time, and they keep producing garbage charts. So it's a dead end, guys. 92% plus of everything out there, it's garbage. I'll be honest, it's garbage. It's losers content. And these people, they don't know, they are not aware. But all this kind of content is going to produce what? More losers in the market. And what the top 8% is looking for? More money, which is coming from the losers. So these people are like, it's like doomsday agents. They are working in a way to produce more losers. Some of them, they know what they are doing. They know they are ashamed. They are always wrong. But some are only doing it for fun. They do play, work in let's say a pet shop store by the day, and when he go home, just a second, excuse me. So the dude work in a pet shop by the day, and when he goes home, let me do some charts, let me take a look on some technical analysis. So guys, that's not compatible. Okay guys, so it's a long video, 44 minutes. I am overdue here already. I hope this analysis can help you. Maybe show something even I didn't see in the previous one, who knows. And well, I believe this is it. I'll try to cover anything else today. And yeah, I hope you guys stay safe out there. I hope you have a great day or a great night. Don't forget to smash and blast the like button. And yeah, I'm going to see you guys soon. Thanks again. Thanks for your time. Thanks for your patience and for your support as well. Siggy, glad I found your channel. Oh, thank you. I'm glad to know. Thanks. So guys, this is it. I will see you soon. Have a great day. See ya.